Thinking about visiting Acadia National Park to see the fall foliage, but you want to avoid all the crowds? Well, we went late October, early November, and here's our story. We flew from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania to Portland, Maine, drove a couple hours up towards Ellsworth, Maine, about 30 minutes out of Bar Harbor, which is where Acadia National Park is located. Our first stop was Jordan Pond. Now let's be serious. When you think of Acadia National Park, this is the hike, this is the view that you think of. So we had to hit it first. The Jordan Pond Path is a relatively flat, simple 3.3 mile loop around the lake. We went at the end of October, early November, and only saw about 5 people on the trail. So we are at the one end of Jordan Pond, and from this side you could actually see the Pond House, which is the one restaurant in Acadia where you can actually sit and eat. Otherwise you got to go to Bar Harbor 15-20 minutes out and grab a bite to eat. So I don't know if you'll be able to see it from here, but definitely can't see it. In order to get the views from above, you need to take a detour to South Bubble Trail. It involves a little bit of rock climbing, but nothing too difficult. But hey, if you want the money shot, you got to put a little bit of work in, right?
We made it to the top of the South Bubble. What you guys think? Would you look at that?
What are we doing?
We're going to the Bar Harbor to go get something to eat because we just did Jordan Pond. And I want to let you know that I got all of those correct and I had no coaching on that, so.
That's true, she did.
So
She's
we
getting
are
better.
at a win-win. And I'm not done talking to you. And Eric actually forgot his GoPro battery, and so we didn't get all of the things to show you. We did, but we didn't.
It'll be iPhone quality.
Yeah.
And what did Eric do?
Eric rolled his ankle. Is that what you wanted me to say?
What did Danielle do?
Did a healing. Oh, so we were in Rock Nation, and then from Rock Nation we went to Bowser's dungeon to scale his fucking back. To scale up and climb mountains, and so I did that. I didn't even swear, so win-win.
She didn't swear. That's the highlight of the trip so far. This is Eagle Lake we got here. Still some red, still some orange and yellow. After a quick ride into Bar Harbor to the Dog and Pony restaurant for some lunch, and by the way, delicious lobster mac and cheese, we made a trip to Otter Point Hike, which is a small, shorter hike along the coast. We didn't want to do the full thing, but wanted a little bit of a taste of it. So Otter Point is about a 1.2 mile hike. It took us a half an hour approximately. It's only an 89-foot elevation gain, so there's not much. But as you can see in this time lapse, Acadia does a really good job of marking their trails and keeping it pretty clean. And you can see there's a bunch of viewpoints that you could stop at to just look at the ocean, look at the sky. I mean, it's amazing, and I feel like every single time you look out there, it's a new view. So making our way through Otter Point, the scenery is beautiful, and I just want to point out again, there's practically nobody on these hikes, man. I mean, late October, early November, it was the week after the rush ended, and we pretty much had the trail to ourselves. So it's just a cool feeling to experience national parks like this, and really all to yourself. You can see we're making our way closer and closer to the end. Walking over some roots, some rocks, pretty much consistent with all of Acadia, and then boom, here's the end, here's the view. Beautiful sunset, and really just a great way to end our first full day. Second full day in Acadia, weather was not cooperating, so we decided to hit up the visitor center and also explore Bar Harbor, which is where we actually got our visitor's pass for the national park, even though you can get it driving in. Oddly enough though, we didn't need to pay to do the Jordan Pond Path and South Bubble. So in the town of Bar Harbor, there's actually a separate island called Bar Island, that you're able to hike to during low tide. We decided to do it because it's a shorter hike, not strenuous at all, and we could still collect some views even though it was raining. We actually parked in front of the Bar Island entrance area. Again, perfect timing of the season, not crowded. It looked a little bit like a wasteland almost, but in high tide this is all covered with water. So pretty cool experience to be walking down the path. And the cool thing about this is that once you get towards the end, you can actually hike the island. It's not a long hike, not a short hike by any means, but if you have enough time, which you normally do if you time it right, you can knock it out. This is the view from Bar Island looking back at Bar Harbor, and that's the path that we walked on minutes before arriving. Our third and final day at Acadia, we decided to combine 4 trails into one hike. But first, we wanted to stop at the infamous sand beach to see the scenery. And man, it was gorgeous. Sand Beach is a popular spot for swimming, relaxing, and enjoying scenic views, especially in the summer months. It's known for its unique shell fragment sand, and it's nestled, as you can see, between the mountains and granite cliffs. It was even named one of the 23 best beaches in the United States by Lonely Planet, and on top of that, it was in the top 5 best national park beaches by USA Today. In the summer months, this place is bumping, but late fall, not a lot of people there. However, still good to dip the toe in the water, even though it was freezing. I mentioned earlier that we combined 4 trails into one hike. Well, the first hike is the Beehive Trail Loop. Now, we didn't do the actual loop because we combined it into a couple other trails, but the Beehive itself took about an hour, I'd say. The trail itself is about a 508-foot elevation gain. It's rated hard on all trails, and really it's one of the most popular hikes at Acadia National Park. And you can see why. We're not even all the way up there, and the views are just amazing. Now, if I actually walk a little bit closer and zoom in, what you see there is Sand Beach, where we just were. So we hiked from there to this spot at this point. There's a decent bit of man-made ladder climbing like you can see here, and some scaling through some narrow spaces, but it really doesn't compare to Angel's Landing in Zion National Park or Half Dome in Yosemite. And the makers of the trail really did a good job of making it safe and easy for all the hikers to get through. Now, there's plenty of places to stop and take a look at the view, but the best part around this time of the season is that there's nobody around. We're like 90% up of Beehive right now. Beautiful views, amazing views. We scaled like a jungle gym. Wasn't too bad, to be honest. Danielle scraped her watch, so small casualty. But we move on, but you can see almost everything up here, so we'll show you the view up in a minute. After completing the picturesque view of the Beehive, we decided to continue to trail number 2, the Bowl. Now, this one's a slightly easy to moderate hike. It's about 0.4 miles, and you're going down about 100 feet in elevation. We're going over some rocks, and it's a little bit of a struggle, but not much, to be honest. But the view at the end is beautiful. And I'm going to say this again, this time frame, nobody was around. So what did we decide to do? We decided to have a little picnic all to ourselves and have this majestic of a view in front of us. After finishing our lunch, we decided to continue on to trail number 3, Gorham Mountain. Now, we really started to see the colors of fall on this hike, and even a couple animals too. Now, after going down about 100 feet, we had to go up 200. So on that mountain is the Beehive hike. And if I zoom in closer, you can start to see some people and the craziness that we were doing, scaling the edge of the mountain.
That was a cliff.
But guess what? We did it. Danielle pulled through. And now we are on, which mountain are we on? Begins with a G?
Yeah, Grandview.
Close. Gorham Mountain.
Yep.
We're near the top. We're
Did I
gonna
say it will be
Grandview.
Grandview.
It will. And then
Is it Graham or Graham?
Gorham.
Gorham.
We're going ham on this hike. So it's right up there. Show you the view, and then it's all the way
Downhill.
Yeah, that's your favorite.
I thrive.
It took us about 40 minutes or about a mile to finally get to the peak of Gorham Mountain, and boy was it beautiful. I'll even give you a sneak peek to how windy it was up top. Now what's cool about the summit of this hike versus Beehive is that you get full-on access of the southeast corner of Acadia. However, you can see Sand Beach, the Beehive, Cadillac Mountain, and Thunder Hole from up here. To help give perspective before we make our way down, you can actually see Ocean Drive Trail Loop, taking us all the way back to Sand Beach where we started. We loved going down Gorham Mountain because we encountered so many different landscapes, but one in particular reminded us of Halloween because it was a Halloween hike after all. Danielle, we're about to enter the last leg of the hike called Ocean Path.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts?
I can't wait.
Yeah?
Feet are a little hurting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what are we going to see on this Ocean Path trail?
Otters.
Otters. Okay. And
seagulls.
Yeah.
And crows.
Crows. Okay.
And
Anything else on the ocean trail?
I don't know. Maybe a whale.
Whales. So, what about the ocean?
The ocean.
Yeah.
Gorgeous.
All right, here we go. There's a lot of these spots along Ocean Trail that you can walk to and pretty much have your own overlook. So it's pretty awesome. So this is the view that I have right now. It's pretty amazing. And like I said, there's more spots that you can kind of chill at. So beautiful day, sun setting a little bit on the one side, getting a little bit darker. We've been hiking for about 4 hours probably, I'd say. A little bit over 4 hours. Knocking out 4 hikes. This is hike number 4. So we just have to do a little bit more along this ocean trail, which is probably right over there. Just keep following the path, and then we hit the beach, which is where we started. So full circle. See you in a little bit. There's so much to see along this hike, like here, Thunder Hole, and so many vistas to stop at and just look at the ocean. Now this hike is 2.2 miles one way, but if you're starting from Sand Beach and making your way all the way to Otter Point, round trip, it's 4.4. Second win, baby! Danielle, we're wrapping up the 4 hiker marathon. This is it. Parking lot's over there.
Do you see our car? It's right there.
Oh, the little orange guy? I do.
Orange.
What are your thoughts on everything?
Orangey.
Proud of you.
Orangey. Oh.
You're delirious
Sounds
at
like
this
I'm
point.
saying orgy, but I'm saying orangey.
You sang 100 songs in the last 20 minutes.
Love Beehive. Come with me. Come with me if you want to live.
Halloween hike 2024.
Yeah.
We'll see if you survive.
Waiting for you.
That's the end of the video. I hope it showed you that the end of October is the best time to avoid the rush but still see the fall foliage. Until next time.